So welcome back to another rebuild today here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today, another post-draft prospect rebuild. This is number 2 we have done so far. Jalen Green, Houston Rockets. The draft just wrapped up a couple days ago. Obviously, Jalen Green was the second overall pick. Cade Cunningham went number 1 overall. I'm pretty sure, in my opinion anyways, I thought the top 4 were a lock. Obviously, the Toronto Raptors did not think so. They took Scotty Barnes over Jalen Suggs. That is not my decision. That is not my call. But today, Jalen Green, Houston Rockets, a team who has moved on from James Harden and are definitely in a rebuilding mode. I think this was the perfect pick for them. So the goal today is obviously to win a championship with Jalen Green as our starting shooting guard. I'm probably just going to do this as a normal 3-year rebuild. Some of you guys are asking if you can do 5-year rebuilds for the prospect rebuilds, but I think we're going to leave it at 3 as of now. If you guys want to see 5, you can feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. But we're going to get into this one in just a second. Before we do, I know I say this every single video, but I'm going to say a little bit something different today. I actually got a notification, I got an email yesterday now, that the video prior to this, my Cade Cunningham Detroit Pistons video, was my 1,000th video on YouTube. That is crazy for me to hear, man. I mean, this was something I started as a hobby, and it has obviously turned into more of a job for me, but again, I don't ever really feel like I'm working while I'm doing this, man. It's been honestly a tremendous ride so far. First 1,000 videos, man, were great. I mean, if I can, people ask me for advice on YouTube all the time, and again, I'm not going to get too into this right now, but I think my biggest thing is make content you love, make content other people love, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. That is the best advice that anybody's ever given me, the fact that, YouTube's not quick. You don't just snap your fingers and get, millions of subscribers, man. So, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I do want to take the time out of the day to say thank you to you guys. I mean, obviously, I'm not in any position without you, each and every individual one of you. So, if you're new around here and want to subscribe to the channel, man, we would definitely love to have you. We've been growing this community. It's been a great summer so far. Not trying to get into it too much, so man, let's get into this one. So unfortunately, I still can't find, a correct shared file that has all the accurate picks. So, I have them right for this team anyways. I have the 4 rookies that the Houston Rockets did end up drafting, but for the rest of the team, some of the things are still off. I searched for like a half an hour, and I honestly can't find a good shared file. So, if any of you guys have one on PS5 and you want to let me know what it's called down below in the comment section, who it's by, I would seriously appreciate that. But as of now, we're just going to dwell on this. Jayshawn Tate's coming back. Avery Bradley, I believe they actually renounced his qualifying or his team option. I don't know, man. I'm going to bring him back. I mean, we're not in a realistic rebuild or anything. Qualifying offer, Sterling Brown, no thank you. DJ Wilson out for almost $6 million. Probably not going to happen. So, honestly, this team had a really good draft. I would say Houston, Golden State were definitely kind of my 2 winners out of the draft, I would say. Obviously went ahead and took Jalen Green second overall. They also picked up Josh Christopher. They got Usman Garuba and Alperen Sengun at pick number 16. I believe they actually traded 2 future first-round picks for that as well. So, a lot of money, a lot of young players right here, and I do think this team's going to go ahead and obviously have a pretty bright future. So I'm excited to do this rebuild today. There's definitely guys like, Eric Gordon, John Wall. I'm ready to move on from, man. We're going youth movement here. So, as it looks like in free agency, I don't really think any of these guys are really going to fit our team. I mean, if I had to propose a starting 5 right now, we don't really have a point guard because I am going to move on. From John Wall, I think Eric Gordon's gone as well, so I'm probably going to find a way to try to start both Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green. I'll probably move one of them to the small forward spot, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm fine with Kenyon Martin Jr. and Garuba getting minutes at the power forward spot for the first season. I don't know if long-term championship hopes that's, going to be viable, but we'll cross the road when we get there. I'm obviously going to give Christian Wood a shot as well, probably, the best player on this team right now. And Sengun can get some minutes. So I will see you guys now with an Eric Gordon and John Wall trade. So the Orlando Magic actually want to go ahead and give me Markelle Fultz. I also don't think necessarily, this is never going to be the trade or what it would look like. But, I don't know if Markelle Fultz is going to be on that team for a long time. They obviously drafted Jalen Suggs 5th overall. They already have a nice young, they have a lot of talent in that backcourt. So not necessarily they're going to 100% trade Fultz. I'm just saying there's a lot of guys in that backcourt now. So they do want a first-round pick. How about if instead I can just go ahead and maybe give you, oh my God, I have a lot of firsts. I don't have any seconds though. You want Avery Bradley? No, they can't afford it. All right, I'll give him a first-round pick. It's not the end of the world. Ultimately, if it comes back and bites us in the ass, it kind of is what it is. So I think DJ Augustine's gone as well, along with Eric Gordon, obviously. So I'll see you guys whatever trade is next. So the Spurs want to give me a first-round pick next year. It is just top 5 protected, so we very well could end up with one of their picks in the lottery if they're not top 5, obviously. We're also getting Drew Eubanks. He's not going to be here, so I do need to move on from a couple more guys right now at this point. Eubanks is going to go. Bradley's going to go. To move on from Gary Harris, and then kind of hopefully have this team under wraps. I think. There's not many other moves we do have to do. Kind of past that, I'd say. We're obviously not going out and making a crazy big move here in year number 1. This team's just not ready to win right now, so there's no real point of spending money in a free agency class. It's obviously not one of the better ones. So we'll go ahead and kind of finalize some of these moves here. I think DJ Augustine definitely on his way out as well. Is he on this team still? I don't know. So at this point, I need to back up. Point guard. I think Kevin Porter Jr. or Jalen Green. Jalen Green's 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". 6'6". Let's see what their overalls do. Porter Jr. stays at an 80. Jalen Green, where is he? He goes up to a 79. All right, I'll move Jalen Green to the small forward spot. It's fine. I mean, this is just 2K at the end of the day. I am actually going to get Josh Christopher minutes, so a lot of young guys are actually going to be getting minutes here. Avery Bradley, if I can maybe get a backup point guard for you, that would honestly be kind of perfect. Just see, what some options are here for us. Point guard, point guard, point guard. I don't want to just trade it for another first-round pick. It's kind of getting boring at this point in time, if I'm being honest with you. No, nothing. Okay. I'll take a first here. Actually, they don't have Oklahoma City's pick. I'm not going to do that deal. I'll take a first-round pick from Detroit. Okay, cool with me. So I'll sign a backup point guard. I'm also going to probably move on from Danielle House here. I mean, we have Jason Tate and Jalen Green. There's no point of having him as well. So maybe if I get a backup point guard here, we can just see what some options are for Danielle House. How long has he been in Houston? I don't know why. I just feel like he's been in Houston since he's undrafted. Okay, so he didn't start out his career in Houston. Interesting. Did not know that. Grant Williams, not a chance in hell. Point guard, honestly, Michael Carter-Williams for a year, I can live with it. So, we honestly do have a 10-man rotation right now. I'm probably not going to be spending any of this money. I mean, do we really have any free agents? Olynyk, I'm just going to let go. I mean, we don't need him at this point in time. DJ Wilson, no. Exum, no. Sterling Brown, no. So, yeah, we're going to roll with this for year number one. I mean, obviously nothing crazy big happened, I mean, Fultz was obviously probably the bigger move that we did make this offseason. But, again, super young starting five. I think we're in a really good spot right now. Probably not a playoff team, but yeah, we'll cross the road when we get there. See you guys at the start of year number one. All right, man, year number one here for us in Houston. I'm pretty excited about what the potential of this team definitely is. I mean, again, I just said it, not a playoff team right now, but I definitely do think hopefully by maybe next season, this team could honestly be in the playoffs the way it is right now. I mean, necessarily, we're probably going to make a couple moves this offseason, but again, we're probably not going to change a ton in this starting five. I mean, maybe a couple things here or there, but nothing crazy, I don't think. So, Markelle Fultz, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Christian Wood going to be the starting five here. Our bench unit, Jason Tate, Michael Carter-Williams, Usman Garuba, Alperen Sengun, and Josh Christopher. Funny enough, DJ Wilson and Sterling Brown accepted their qualifying offers. Neither of them would have had qualifying offers if, I had any say in it. Actually, wait, I did give them qualifying. Wait, did I really? Oh, no, I didn't give them. It's just the 2K glitch. I'm all over the place. All right, that's a squad for year number one, man. I'll see you guys at the end of the first season. So we will not be having a chance to win a title this year, pretty much expected, as I mentioned. But again, 11 seed here, not too bad. Definitely could have been worse. Nikola Jokic, back-to-back MVPs. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year in Detroit. Precious Achiuwa, 6-man. And Jonathan Isaac, Tyrese Maxey, and Stan Van Gundy, who's not even technically the head coach anymore. Coach of the Year. Alrighty, let's look at some numbers. Jalen Green actually led us in scoring. Definitely made a Rookie of the Year campaign himself. Almost 19 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. I'll take it. Him and Kevin Porter Jr. are going to be a lethal backcourt, man. Honestly, or whatever you want to call it. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Whatever spots they're next to or they're into together. Christian Wood was solid as well. Almost 18 points, 11 rebounds, so double-double for him. Fultz, honestly, 8 assists. I'll take that. Kenyon Martin Jr. Honestly impressive. I mean, obviously we have a pretty young bench, so I don't expect them to contribute as much as, if we had a couple veterans on this bench, but it's still a relatively starting young five. I mean, I'm impressed with this team. I am. I think we're definitely going to have championship hopes maybe even this season, so we'll see. Pelicans going to win the finals. Zion's just a demigod in this game. The fact that he's a 96 overall is absolutely insane. Can't really do anything about it. So we'll head up to league meetings right now. I'm actually, you know what? I'd like to go over some things right now. I'd like to see what number player. So let's see. Zion's a 96. Okay. So according to this, he is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. He's the 7th best player in the NBA in next season, according to 2K's here. The most realistic simulation basketball game on the planet. This is what they think Zion's going to be next season. They think he's going to be better than Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving. I mean, some of these, it's just ridiculous. Look, don't get me wrong. I understand the Zion hype. I think he's going to be very, very good one day. He's already very good. I think he's going to be an MVP caliber type player one day. But the fact that they think he's going to be the 7th best player in the league next year is insane. Come on, 2K. And look, I'm not telling them to update it right now. I mean, they haven't updated anything in my NBA or whatever you want to call it since they dropped the game because this fucking company sucks. But it is what it is at this point. Sorry. So we're projecting the 10th overall pick. We have San Antonio's pick possibly at 12, and I think that Detroit pick has some sort of protection or some sort of swap. Whatever. Oh, the Magic have our pick? That sucks. But we do have 12 and 13, so I can live with that. Staff signing, Steven Silas, whatever, however hell you pronounce it. You can come back here. Oh, we already have an A- trainer. Okay, actually, we only have 2 untapped potentials with him, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just make sure we have a guy who has an A rating. I'm pretty sure A- should still be 3, but I'm not 100% sure. Good enough there. We're good enough there. I mean, oh, did we not get somebody? Oh, no, we did. I don't know why I thought I saw tentative. Assistant coach here. Who's the best ratings here? Oh, brother, none of these guys are really that good. C minus. Honestly, I guess Ryan Williams is the answer. I mean, it looks like he has the, collectively the highest overall rating. So now heading up to the draft, picks 12 and pick 13. I'll probably use one of them. We also have 23 and 24. I actually wouldn't mind maybe trying to make a push to move up pretty high in this draft. I actually would not mind that whatsoever. I mean, if we look at some prospects right here, who's on this board right here. I mean, the Amoni Bates, he's just an absolute freak in nature in this game when you draft him. He's like a 91 overall by the time you start simming the next season with him. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren. So, there's obviously a lot of center, talent in this year's draft. I don't necessarily think trading like a Christian would be the smartest thing in the world, but we could hypothetically move him to the power forward spot. This is 2K at the end of the day, and man, maybe try to get one of these, kind of stud centers right here. Victor Wembanyama tends to win Rookie of the Year every single time. So I don't know if we're going to have the assets to move up to number 2, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and give it a shot. So I'll see you guys with the possible trade. So the Cavs do have the second overall pick. We're offering every single pick we own in the first round this year. They didn't take it. I already tried it, but I wouldn't mind maybe giving up like Wizards. I'll leave you a Grizzlies pick next year, and they agree to that. Wow. So we're either getting Amoni Bates, who's just an absolute freak of nature in this game, or we're getting Victor Wembanyama, or we can maybe go after a Chet Holmgren, somebody like that. So summary so far, Amoni Bates goes first overall. He's an 81. So I think either Chet Holmgren or Victor Wembanyama is going to be the pick here. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually drafted Chet Holmgren. I actually might take him just because I've gotten Victor Wembanyama a couple times now. And honestly, he's been solid for me, but I just don't think I've ever drafted Chet here. So we're going to go ahead and give him a shot. Welcome to the team, Chet. Probably going to be our starting center for the remainder of this video. He's an 80 overall. He's another one of those demigods that, you draft here. It's kind of crazy. So, KPJ coming back. Jason Tate's coming back. Kenyon Martin Jr. is coming back. He's probably not going to be starting anymore, but, again, he's still going to be a good bench piece for us. I think he was like 14 points last year, something like that. So, this team, is very young still. That is definitely something that we are. I don't necessarily think maybe moving on from any of these guys is the correct idea right now. Obviously, I do need to slide Christian Wood down to the power forward spot. So, I mean, we're going to have Holmgren and Alperen Sengun here as our centers, a couple white boys. I also do like Usman Garuba a lot, so I kind of want to move Kenyon Martin Jr., but that would only be if the correct trade came up, if you know what I'm saying. So, I will see you guys whatever we do next. I mean, hypothetically, free agency, do I, want to sign Steph Curry? I, kind of do, low-key. Okay. I mean, out of all the positions, I think point guard would be the one we did replace, and I guess Steph wants to come here, but okay. This is going to be a 9-man rotation, so Fultz is going to get traded. Ultimately, I have no idea what for. This is definitely close to a championship team, I would say, here in 2K anyways. I don't know. What do I want to do here? What are the contract situations look like? What's Tate's contract? Is he a free agent next year? So Jason Tate's a free agent next year. Kenyon Martin Jr. has another year of team control. Sengun's obviously locked up. So maybe going on and moving Fultz and Jason Tate for some sort of backup small forward, and maybe we can honestly even include Kenyon Martin Jr. in the deal as well. Just because I wouldn't mind, one, getting another veteran off the bench, and two, maybe a guy making a little bit more money with a little bit more team control. So let's see some options right here. We will go ahead and include Jason Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Markelle Fultz in a deal. I mean, we have to see what some of these trade offers are going to be. I can get Patrick Williams. Not exactly the veteran I was looking for. I mean, we do get another veteran here in Jeremy Lamb, but okay, let's just go through all these offers right now. Jalen Suggs, Josh Richardson, who just got picked up by the Celtics. It's not updated on there. I am sorry about that. Jeremy Grant and Sadiq. So we're getting a lot of good offers right now. Not necessarily anything I'm loving, if I'm being 100% honest with you here, but I'll find something. So here's what I'm proposing. The Toronto Raptors, Markelle Fultz, and Jason Tate for OG Anunoby would be a tremendous defensive asset off the bench, obviously. So he's going to go ahead and slide into that backup small forward spot right behind right behind Jalen Green. Josh Green, Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place. We're good. So I do have to make a decision on Kenyon Martin Jr., Usman Garuba. I mean, he does have another year of team control, but I do like Garuba a lot, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, it didn't necessarily screw us that we went ahead and moved Christian Wood to the power forward spot. I mean, it's just kind of, create a little more of a log jam. So I'm probably going to do Kenyon Martin Jr. I mean, he was solid for us. There's no reason to move on from him. So Garuba will just ride the bench, and then maybe we'll figure something out next offseason. So that is our 9-man rotation moving forward. I do like this team a lot. Obviously, Steph Curry coming over here is not something I planned on doing, but hey, it happened. So I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. Here's how it's looking in year number 2 in Houston, man. I honestly don't remember the last time I signed Steph Curry or had him on one of my teams that wasn't a Warriors rebuild. So I'm actually not that mad about that one. I mean, there are some guys I do get a lot, and I try to not get them as much. So because I mean, it does get repetitive. I do understand that for you guys. So I haven't gotten Steph in a minute. I think he's going to be a tremendous addition to this team. Obviously, a multiple-time MVP award winner. hopefully can lead us to a championship. We're giving him 38 minutes a night, man. The dude is not getting much rest. Following him, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Christian Wood, and Chet Holmgren. Our bench unit, OG Anunoby, Kenyon Martin Jr., Josh Christopher, and Alperen Sengun. Garuba's here, man. It sucks not getting that many minutes, but I don't need 3 power forwards. It's just really not a big need for me right now. So I like it a lot, man. We are definitely going to be a playoff team, hopefully a top 3 seed here in the Western Conference. Catch you guys at the end of year number 2. So a 5 seed's not that bad. It wasn't the top 3 seed that we were looking for, but I can live with it. We weren't a playoff team last year. Obviously, kind of turned this rebuild around very quickly with the Steph Curry edition, but I'll take it. Jokic, 3rd straight MVP award. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. Tyrese Maxey, 6th man. Still backing up Brick Simmons. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. Kier Lewis Jr., Most Improved Stan Van. Oh my God, let it go, dude. 50 and 32. That is not bad at all. I mean, that definitely could have been a higher seed maybe if we were in the East, but hey, I will take it. We got Phoenix in the first round. Look at some numbers real quick on the season. Steph, how is he not the MVP? Get out of here. Jalen Green, our 2nd leading scorer. Chet Holmgren, as I mentioned, just kind of one of those demigod characters in this game. Kevin Porter Jr., Christian Wood, still double-double. These numbers have obviously dipped a little bit, but still double-double. I'll take that. Kenyon Martin Jr., and Anunoby, Josh Christopher, Alperen Sengun, and Yogi Ferrell down there as well. Rebounds was Wood, and assists was Steph Curry. So as I mentioned here, Phoenix, round number 1. Malik Monk is their starting point guard. Not sure the math on that. They had Jalen Johnson, John Collins, tremendous addition next to DeAndre Ayton. Obviously, John Collins not necessarily known for his defense, but Ayton can hopefully kind of help him there. But we do go on to win in 5. Now we got LeBron and the Lakers. Russell Westbrook, Cam Thomas somehow ended up on their team. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. God damn it. I'd also like to say, you want to know what's funny about 2K? Is that I actually didn't put through the Russell Westbrook trade. Like, I haven't updated that, and he just ended up on the team. Like, that's such a 2K thing. Like, let me guess, is his contract super cheap? Yep, $5.7 million contract. I didn't put through that trade yet, so we win in 5. I guess, Steph's just putting up numbers right now. We got the defending champion New Orleans Pelicans, whose lineup seems to always look like that. We'll see if we can get by them there. We win in 7. Now we got a dance here with Chicago. Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Pat Williams, Aaron Gordon's a new addition replacing Markkanen, and Nikola Vucevic. I'd say we're better than them. I would. And we win in 5. And Steph Curry finally gets a Finals MVP. At the age of 35, man, he leads a 5-seed, 50-win team to a championship. Seriously, the GOAT point guard, man. You love to see it. Okay. Hell, I said it in the last offseason. This team had, championship caliber hopes, and I honestly didn't think we were going to win one, especially after being a 5-seed, but we're blessed, man. No league meetings here. We're obviously looking to go back-to-back right now. Oh, my God, I saw it's pretty high. Oh, my God, we have a Wizards pick. There's no way all of those don't have protections on them. Oh, wait. Were those not our picks? Did it not say? I thought it said Rockets. It might have said somebody else. I might be tripping. It's late at night, man. Okay, I'll sign a new assistant GM. I'll sign Ryan Johnson if he wants to come here. Cool. Welcome to Houston. We will now head up to the draft and see what sort of picks we do have. Again, probably not use. Oh, wait. We do have a couple picks here. So, could use this to upgrade the bench. That being said, we really don't have anybody here that I'd be willing to trade. I mean, I do like Anunoby off the bench. I like Chet Holmgren starting. Obviously, Stephanie's not going anywhere here. So, yes, I called him Stephanie. Calm down. We'll see. I mean, if I put up these 2 picks, do I get any players offered? So I do get like a Lowry Markkanen offered to me, Jarrett Allen. Hypothetically speaking, I believe that Christian Wood is a free agent. I wouldn't mind replacing the power forward spot just because switch something up in the starting lineup would be cool. Obviously, I mean, I do like, Jalen Green's not going anywhere. I mean, I just think we're in a good spot. So, I mean, do I want to give Markkanen a shot? $25 million is a lot. We take a look at his numbers. Not really. Jarrett Allen could be an idea, but I don't really like him at the power forward position either. So I'll think of some sort of trade, and I'll see you guys with it. So we are offering every single pick we own to the New Orleans Pelicans for Jaren Jackson Jr., every single pick in this year's draft. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that. How about if I give you a future first from the Wizards and they agree to that? So Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to replace Christian Wood, obviously going to help on the defensive end of the ball, or defensive side of the ball. But I think we're in a really good spot right now. So we're not drafting anybody this year. I don't really think we need to do that after fresh off a championship. This is a thing of beauty right here. Jalen Green's a stud. Qualifying offers, Kevin Porter Jr., definitely want him back. NBA champion, Kevin Porter Jr., excuse me. So other than that, Christian Wood is a free agent. I mean, I could maybe try to do a sign and trade with him, but I don't know, man. I don't want to just let him go for nothing. Like, that feels like it would be kind of a waste. So maybe I'll try to, actually, no. I'm just going to let him go. It's weird because, I mean, if we look at this team right now, I just don't think we really need him here. I definitely don't need another power forward. And honestly, I'm kind of comfortable with everything here. So we're just going to let him go, man. It might be dumb. It might seem, stupid to do. But honestly, at this point in time, we've won a championship. I don't really need to kind of cheat the system too hard today here in 2K. So Kevin Porter Jr., welcome back to the team. I like Kevin Porter Jr. a lot. He's definitely not going anywhere. Dude, Houston's future is bright, man. It really, really is. So I'm going to have to make a decision here between Garuba and Kenyon Martin Jr. I just don't want to have them both ride the bench. I mean, Sengun has obviously not been playing a lot of minutes. I mean, his per 36 numbers are decent. His rounded double-double. So it's not bad. I just... I don't know. I want to find some sort of trade just because I don't like, I mean, I know we obviously changed something in our starting five, but I just don't like having both these guys sitting here. So I'll see you guys with some sort of deal. So here's the trade with the Miami. Alperen Sengun, Kenyon Martin Jr. in the future first for Precious Achiuwa and Torrey Craig. We don't need Torrey Craig, but he can honestly ride the bench. He can ride the pine, if you will. I don't really need him. So I'm sure a lot of you do know this. Precious Achiuwa is legitimately a demigod in this game. I know I've said that 14 fucking times. I'll stop. But he's crazy. He progresses super well. He puts up crazy-ass numbers, but still going to be starting Holmgren. But, Precious Achiuwa is going to be another great contributor to the bench now at 24 years of age. So loving this team, man. I'm looking to go back-to-back. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. All right, man. Third and final year, fresh off a championship with our finals MVP, Steph Curry, who should have also been the regular season MVP. But we're not getting into that. Steph Curry, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Chet Holmgren. Our bench unit is also tremendously improved. OG Anunoby, Precious Achiuwa, Josh Christopher, and Usman Garuba. So, kind of the two young bucks down here. Not playing as many minutes, but again, with a starting five like this, you don't really need the bench to be playing all, 18 to 20 minutes a night with everybody. So, very comfortable with this team. I do think we're definitely in a good spot right now to go back-to-back. We're currently number 3 in the power rankings. Eat a dick, 2K. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. So Steph wins his third career MVP here at the end of year number 3. We're once again not even a 1 seed here in the conference, but we are number 1 in the power rankings. Funny enough, I'm sure it's New Orleans who's ahead of us. I mean, it just seems like they're always ahead of us. But yeah, Steph, third career MVP, first since 2016. Take a look at his numbers and his splits right there. Quentin Grimes, rookie of the year in San Antonio. Sky Clark, 6th man of the year. Jonathan Isaac, Victor Wembanyama, and Stan Van Gundy. Yep, there it is. Yep. Goddamn Pelicans, man. Player stats, Steph Curry leads in scoring, followed by Jalen Green, our superstar, young small forward, or shooting guard, whatever the hell you want to call him. Kevin Porter Jr., Chet Holmgren, Jaren Jackson Jr., Achiuwa, Josh Christopher. I mean, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, man. I really do hope the Houston Rockets can kind of, flip it around the right way. Like, obviously they're not signing Steph Curry, but, I think they have their core right now is going to be super bright for the future. They were definitely one of my winners, as I mentioned, of the draft. So, D'Lo, Edwards, Isaac Bonga, Jaden McDaniels, and Karl Anthony Towns, the starting 5 for Minnesota, who we do have in the first round. We do go on to win in 5, moving on to Luka Doncic, Josh Richardson, who's now on the Celtics. I'm going to try to find a file that has everything updated. If I'm being honest with you, I just don't have the time to sit down and update everything by myself. I mean, things just move along so quickly. I mean, if there's a shared file that any of you know, man, I am begging you to please tell me the name on PS5. Begging you to please tell me, because I need one. We sweep them, and them being Dallas, and now we got New Orleans here, who, again, just hasn't changed anything, but Jackson Hayes is now starting for them. And we win in 5, and oh boy, we got the Knicks here. Dinwiddie, Fournier, RJ Barrett, Kevin Durant signed with them, and Mitchell Robinson. So we got a couple old teammates in Steph Curry and Kevin Durant going up against each other. We sweep them. Steph, holy hell, 37.5 points a game, almost 5 rebounds, 12.5 assists. Shot 47.5%. From beyond the arc, man. This was fun. I had fun with this one again. I do apologize that everything's not, up to date or anything like that. I mean, I will do my best to try to get things up to date as they do happen. I mean, the offseason comes and it moves very, very quickly, as I'm sure a lot of you know, especially once free agency comes. I'm excited for free agency though, man. I think, we got obviously not as many free agency offseason rebuilds that, we have in a normal, or actually I don't want to call it normal, but like in a year that there's a ton of superstar free agents, there's obviously a lot more than this year when, we kind of look at the free agency pool. I mean, Kawhi is most likely going back to the Clippers. DeMar, well, they had a rebuild with. 2K hates DeMar. I mean, maybe Chris Paul if he goes somewhere else. But other than that, there's not a ton, man. So we'll figure that out. We'll cross the road when we get there. But as of now, I seriously do just want to say thank you guys again. I mean, 1,000 videos is crazy. Looking back on my YouTube career so far, it's definitely not something, as I mentioned when I started this, that I ever thought I would hit. And it's absolutely mind-blowing that, here we are like almost 4 years later now and, almost 30,000 subscribers later. And 1,000 videos. It's absolutely crazy, man. But seriously, I could not do this without you. So just a huge thank you to you guys. I'm not going anywhere, man. We got this. We're in this one for the long run, man. We're putting in that time, putting in that effort. So from the bottom of my heart, I seriously do want to thank all of you guys for watching me day in and day out. Whether you've watched, this is your first time watching me, or you've seen pretty much all my videos. So it's been a pleasure, man. It has been quite the ride so far, and it's only going to get better. So if you guys are new around here and want to subscribe to the channel, man, it would definitely be cool if you guys want to stick around and join this community. We got a great community. And as always, you guys got any other video ideas, want to comment those down below in my comment section. So that wraps up this one, man. The officially video 1001 is complete. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.